Han and Jim are in Cardiff.
How's it going? Cardiff!
How was the tour sold out, which is like fucking
man.
amazing, off an EP.
Buzzing, mate. Buzzing.
One day after today.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I don't know, man. I'm happy to be here. I don't care who comes. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy not to be in the house, you know.
Yeah.
It's just a big old party. It's like making up for all the time that we've spent in the last couple of months just not partying.
Yeah. I mean, with the consistency of new music coming from you guys since the lockdown, has that all led up to the evolution of this EP from the last one? Or was this a different thing of...
I think this one was kind of like we kind of took it as like a fresh start, didn't we?
Yeah, I feel like that it's important for us to do that because for me, it's like chapters of life, and I think having a fresh slate, even though it might be quite daunting, it can be quite like nice for my brain and your brain just to be like, okay, new things, let's do a new thing.
We get bored of stuff really easily.
Yeah.
And we've been sat on these songs for a long while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so fun to play them live because, like, obviously, it was the first time we've played these songs live.
But I just constantly, I've got a very short attention span, so even now I'm still like,
What's next? Yeah.
How long did it take to write and record?
So some of these songs we've had for when I just want to know. Like 3 years ago?
No, you have no.
I've got no concept of time. Like the last 18 months, I've just been like.
It was like back end of 2019 that we wrote I Just Want to Know. Well, we wrote half of the single, and then we wrote it in LA, half the song, and then we took it home and finished it off, and then the other 4 we wrote in our home studio. So we find that sometimes it's good to go and write one song somewhere else, and that kind of sparks the whole rest of it. Because obviously if you're sat in the same room with the same person for weeks and weeks on end, it can be quite stale. But we need that spark sometimes just to kind of push us.
And then the rest kind of like fell into place quite quickly. So when we started, we used that as a kind of like impetus, finished that song, and then we're like, okay, this is what the rest of it's going to sound like, and just kind of went like boom, boom, boom. It took us about 2 months maybe to write all of
2
them.
months, and then we recorded it and produced it.
I produced it at home.
Yeah.
In my studio.
So we have super control. Super freak.
Did you just want to keep going back and changing things, or
Oh,
was it
I
when
recorded-
you were finished, someone had to take it away from you?
Well, I had to be like, please, to like management, be like, please take this off me. I recorded guitars about 8 times.
Well, I think sometimes though, when you re-record stuff, it can be like lose a bit of character. I quite like the bits that are slightly wrong sometimes because it kind of makes it feel a bit more like
Like
human.
like the guitar solo in "Hate Myself." That was a one take. Like,
Yeah.
Someone said, right, I'm going to have a rant here. Is that all right? Fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. Right, someone was like, oh, it's too polished. I'm like, hang on, it's polished. How can it be too polished when it's done in a fucking bedroom in Salford? You know what I mean? Too polished. Go fuck yourself, mate. Like, if it sounds polished, good for us. You know what I mean? We made it sound decent. Ultimately, like, it has to sound good. And we've tried to make it sound as good, but apparently it's too good. You know what I mean? Too polished. Go fuck yourself. That's what I say to that person.
I have nothing to add.
Just mic drop. So what's the feedback being live actually playing these songs to a crowd now?
Yeah, fans are like, it's difficult because we released the EP, so Glasgow, we played Glasgow before the EP came out. So we had Woozy and Good Life, who the songs that hadn't come out.
Yeah.
But, fans are still like well up for it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
even...
you just tell them to jump, they'll jump.
But even at Manchester, like I could see people singing the words back, and I'm literally been out for like a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like the whole set's just been like super energetic. Fans are, like, really up for getting involved, which has been a bit of a worry because like you don't know how people are going to be coming back into situations like this. But everyone's kind of like losing themselves and like really getting involved, and it's made like our job so much easier, and like we're like so stoked on how this tour's been.
I also think that people know what they're getting themselves into when they come to a Hot Milk show, though.
Yeah.
I feel like if you know you're coming to a Hot Milk show, there's no way that you're going to stand still. Like, I just won't allow it. You're not allowed to stand in the middle and not do fucking nothing. Like, you are. I will come down there and move your arms for you, which I have done a few times in this tour. Like, someone at the back not moving, I'll literally get off the stage and go and move his arms.
Have a dance.
Like, it's like, you're here to have fun, you're here to have a dance. Like, let's fucking be in the moment with each other, and let's really. I mean, you know what? And some people, you can tell, right? okay, I'll leave them alone because they clearly, like, they're fine.
Broken
you know
their
what I
arm
mean?
or something.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to I'm going to grab someone out of a wheelchair and be like, yo, let's come and let's have a boogie. Like, of course, like, you respect people's, but you can see that sometimes there's someone that does want to, I can see it in their eyes. I'm like, I know that you want to dance, but
Just need a bit of help.
you need a bit of help, you know what I mean? So I kind of like empathize and use my empath powers to go over and kind of drag them out of themselves. And I think that's a nice moment because ultimately they end up in the middle, you know, they end up being in it. And I think everyone needs a bit of encouragement sometimes. You do as well.
Yeah, I do. I just, you know, we've always said, like, just come to, if you're at a gig, doesn't matter if it's our gig, doesn't matter if it, just be yourself, let yourself go.
Exactly.
Anyone who's going to look at you for being stupid is an idiot
And
themselves.
I'll be the biggest idiot in the room anyway, so you can't look stupider than I look. So
That's
you
true. That's
might as
true.
well just fucking lose yourself, and
Okay.
like I feel like I'm like we try to bring it out of everyone because everyone deserves a moment to feel nothing about their life really, just enjoy it. No, want to feel euphoric basically. Everyone deserves to feel that one moment of euphoria and forget about all the problems that they've got. I
Have
think.
you found any new fans from Reading, being main stage Reading?
Yeah, I think the thing about Reading this year is it was the stages were the split. You know, the main stage was split, so ultimately a lot of those people were there for us. You know, because I don't know if you saw the site, but it was main stage West was on its own in its little thing. So we had like a massive crowd, but I think they were all our people. You know what I mean? So it was actually quite a nice. It was nice to be in front of people that knew our songs. I think there was a few people, obviously, they didn't know us, but I think mostly it was like maybe like 75-80% was already like Hot Milk Party people. You know?
Yeah, it's always a weird one playing a festival, and like this is why this tour's been so good for us. Like when you're at a festival, you've got your fans that are, you know, killing it in the front or
Yeah.
whatever, and then you've got the group of others, and we've always been like a support band or playing a festival, and we're like, oh yeah, get involved. But now we've come here and we're like, oh, we can actually.
I think it's because we had to put this headline tour off for so long because of the pandemic. Like this is a tour that should have happened 18 months ago,
Yeah.
and so obviously we should have been a headline band, you know, 2 years ago. But now it's round, and we feel like, hang on a second, these songs are connected in a way that we hope they would, and it's a nice feeling for sure.
Good things come to those who wait 18
Yeah.
I
months or
fucking
so.
hate waiting. I'm so impatient. I just feel my life dripping away. You know, every single second I feel like, well, that second I'll never get back. That's gone. That's fucking.
I'm
off.
so old.
So I just feel like, you know, I want everything now just because I'm terrified that I'm going to die in the next few years because of something I'll do, basically. That's why I'm impatient, because I think I'm going to die early, that's why. I have a
Please
feeling.
don't.
That's cheery.
If I do, innit?
Do it after the Foos tour.
If I do it before, it'd be funny. You'll have to do it on your own then.
I can't sing
What?
Just
those.
be hot, Jim.
There are some notes in that I can't do.
I have to watch you from the underworld, like, oh, he's fucking up.
Wouldn't have said that. Wouldn't have played that note.
Yeah, exactly. What does that mean? Satan will be chilling out and going, no, look at that.
Has the success of this tour and the EP encouraged you to produce more in the future, or is it?
100%. I mean, it's been stressful. It's like taking it on from scratch, and like, you know, it's the first thing that I've done, and you know, it's the first thing we've done on our own. Because we do all our demos in this studio, and it's like that's the way we write, and it's.
Yeah.
But then taking that and being like, okay, I need to put something out that we've done that is of a quality that is, you know, comparable to other stuff. So, yeah, yes, it has. It's. I want to do you know, I think we're going to do the next one, us again. But it's just stressful. It's a lot of stress.
And it's stressful to see you stressful because I'm the one that's got to be on the receiving end of the stress. And so the arguments that happen, I think.
But the rewards afterwards are the success.
Yeah, but
100%.
in the meantime, you know, there's times where we fall out and it's hard, but obviously we always make friends again.
Yeah.
But I think our manager always says every song's an argument. Between us, there's not a day goes by where we don't have a.
But that's just like the passion and the energy that goes into the song.
And
Yeah,
it's also our relationship as well. It's just how we are together. Like,
Yeah.
we'll bicker like
We're like Beyblades. You know when you spin it, just
Spin.
That's a throwback. That's a fucking throwback. And I just like an old married couple, innit? Like, you just.
Yeah.
What have you put that there for? Like, that's the.
Shut up! I
Yeah.
can do what I want.
Exactly. It's just one of them, innit?
Have you got a favourite lyric that you're proud of on the EP?
I like. There's a lyric in the Good Life that just came out how I wanted it to. It goes, all your bread and circus dreams.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Romanticize about a retrospective regime.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't even know the word, so
Depends what day it is.
Slowly lose your appetite as you're forced to feed on the morals of a soundbite. Basically, it's just it's a bit like Orwellian, that whole song. It's a bit like, you know,
Dystopian.
You're feeding off the media kind of thing. And I just kind of wanted to say something like the bread and circus is like an old school kind of philosophical thought of the people are happy as long as they have bread, food, and circus entertainment. So it's almost like bread and circus dreams, essentially. The two things that people want in life is entertainment, fun, and food. Without those two things, we're all fucked, kind of thing. That's how it came out, and I'm happy with that. What's yours?
What is mine?
I don't know this actually. This is interesting for me. Now you've got a test on you.
I can remember it. I've never thought about that. What's my favourite? I don't want to be like, I think I hate myself, nobody else, and all my... you know what I mean? That's a bit miserable.
Do you like Woozy?
Yeah, I'm singing through Woozy in my head. I've never thought about, like...
Ah.
Never thought about it. Like they get written down, and we say like the way it's like it's kind of like our therapy in the sense we put it down, and then it's like laid to rest. I'm not like still holding on to those things. Like obviously we sing them back and we play them, and they mean stuff to us. But I don't like I don't keep them as like a residual thought. They're like they're there. They're there to go.
That's the big thing about these songs is that like any song we write, it's our therapy thing. It's just done. And then it's on to the next one. But that helps because otherwise it just bounces about your head.
Exactly. It's what we're passionate about. Like at the time, it's really, you know, enough to write a song about. So then to hold on to like a favourite lyric is kind of a little bit sadistical.
I don't know. I think for me that's why that one's my favourite because it's not really about me. It's you. It's about the state of the world. That's why
favourite
I like
or
that
proud is one of the.
Yeah. Favourite's just an odd term.
Yeah, proud. A lyric you're
like
most proud of, kind of.
Yeah.
Something in Split, probs, like, I think, as well. That's the song I'm proudest of, Split Personality, probably, because it just pushed us a little bit further.
Yeah, 100%. I think me personally, I've wanted to write a song like that for so long.
Yeah,
and for it to come out it's come out like, that's exactly what I wanted it to come out like, yeah.
I keep going towards Good Life. It just sounds massive.
Yeah.
It's
interesting because I always like that song. We've had it in the demo folder for years. And
it nearly didn't make
it. And I was really like a big fan of it because I think I just knew it had something about it. And we pretty much told the label what was happening with this EP. They didn't choose anything. We just told them what was happening, and then we said, if you don't like it, fuck off.
Was it always going to be an EP, or was it going to be
an
extended, a short album extended at EP?
We'll do another EP after this one.
Like we've said, like we're still not 100% ready to do the first album yet. Like we're still flirting with ideas and like
we don't really know where we want to go with it,
and the EPs give us that kind of like room to explore the ideas and what we want to do. So yeah, one more EP and then we're going to start kind of homing into the first album.
Into what Hot Milk really kind of is. I think that, you know, EP is a good time to kind of like explore who you are.
Yeah.
And fuck it, why not? Like, you only get really one chance at being in a project that is new, you know, at the start. Like, this is the start of Hot Milk. You don't get to start Hot Milk again. So I think it's really exciting to be able to just do what we want, and I like that, and it's freeing for me. That's the point of it. So if we weren't able to do that, then why are we doing it? You know?
Well, the consistency of high quality music coming out from the first EP to the even like the odd single here, like California Burning and stuff like that. It's great watching you go from small clubs to Foo Fighters and stuff like that. Even festivals.
Yeah. It's a
seeing you main stage on Red, and I was like, fuck.
It's a bit of a whirlwind. Like we were saying, like what we were having a conversation the other day, like what do you prefer playing, and like clubs are like clubs and outdoor like festivals are so different, and you've got to approach them in two different ways. But like it's been so long since we played like a club. It's just so sick.
It's not
like being up and close with people.
I think that's it for me. I need the connection a lot more than maybe you do. I think I get super emotional about that kind of side of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I feel more comfortable in like a theatre room, a bit between the two. You know what I mean? Like this is great, and then food like festivals are good, but I kind of like the middle part, something in between, like a bigger room where I feel like
like a Ritz.
Yeah, something like
Ooh,
a
okay.
forum-sized room. I feel like that's
50s
where I
vibe.
feel most comfortable.
Yeah,
You know
or
why?
just like
Back to the Future kind of vibe.
Yeah, just so I feel like everyone's there together, and I just feel like it's a nice. And also, my arms work that wide because I've got quite a long wingspan, so I feel like I can do that. Whereas here, I've got to go like that. You know what I mean? So I can be like, oh, here you all are. Whereas here, I'm like.
There you all
Yeah,
are.
'cause exactly. I've got big arms, like ready to hold everybody. That's what I want. But yeah.
Awesome sauce. Jim, Han, it's been great talking to you.
Cheers.
Thanks
man.
for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for going our fucking wicked EP.
Cheers, dude.
Thanks for listening.
Glad you like it.